Hello, world. Happy Tuesday.
Hello, happy Tuesday. Are you ready to break the structure of reality with us?
Well, we've already been finding things like Mercer spheres and Somers loops, so we've already been breaking reality in at least
Well,
some
okay,
small way.
intentionally breaking the structure of reality instead of just incidentally.
Intentionally and in an automated fashion.
Yeah, just instead of, tripping over our shoelaces into it.
All right. Yes. Well, I'm going to be starting. Well, I guess I've already kind of started the process because I set up a thing to make Ficsite. Um,
Yeah,
and Trigons, but I'm going to be starting relatively simply today, making diamonds with a coal node that's kind of on the other side of that spire.
cool.
Though before
Very
I do that,
cool.
I'm gonna run back over to the heavy modular frames area because I want to speed that place up just a little bit.
Sure you probably can. I think we've probably got alternates either that we have unlocked or that we can unlock that would do that.
Well, not so much that I'd necessarily like overhaul the place, but just like
Mm,
turn up the speed of a thing or two and throw some more of the backlog into the queue just to make sure, we can at least work through that.
yeah, fair.
Oh, that's right. And I need to set up my usual message, which means I need to sit in a safe place and do that. So,
Mhm.
for the record, what are you up to this fine day?
Yeah, so when we ended things last time, I was working on a little like extension to the mall that would take like SAM and iron and transform it into both like SAM fluctuators as well as Fixite Trigons. So that way we just always have a supply of it.
Yeah. Uh, let's see. Now, I currently have. I think I have. Let me check now that I'm getting back into this. I should have. Right. Note to self: different inventory key than on Sunday when I was playing Coral Island. I apparently. Okay. Well, I should set up a thing. I should set it up so that Trigons can go into Hammerspace here too, at least until you get
Oh,
that set
sure.
up.
Sure. The more sources, the merrier, I guess.
Yeah. And it's not like they're being used for anything else at the moment, so I think I'm just
Yeah,
piling them up.
yeah. Although I assume that that will change relatively soon.
Yeah, but still. Where are these?
Very cool waterfall there. I really dig that. Yeah, maybe some kind of like a train line or something that goes through there.
Oh, right, they're already getting used to make biochemical sculptors. Okay, so it's not like
Oh,
they're
that's right.
it's not like they're not being used for anything, but okay, and that's going off in that direction. Yeah, those are going straight down.
Mhm.
Okay, you know what? Since this doesn't need to be anything special. Since this doesn't need to be high volume, just put it here.
Mhm. really love the ambiance here. Gotta do something with this just lush area out here.
Let's do it properly.
Okay, maybe don't stand literally right next to the uranium. That would be a very bad idea.
Yeah, that's generally considered not a
Yeah,
good place to be standing. Just, you
yeah,
know,
just a little.
just a little.
Okay.
I'll do this build. That's okay.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, so
Okay, so we will only send overflow in that direction.
there's those two.
I can make it look better than that.
Story of my life. Buddy, hey. Sorry. You gotta get out of here. Oh, you're stuck. Okay.
Fine, insist on being in invalid shape. Whatever. I'll just do it the boring way. Fine.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
What, why wouldn't I do it the boring way?
Yeah.
Well, it's just, it would have been nice to do things a little differently and maybe just use a nice little curved section of belt instead of whatever's about to happen here, but it's fine. I'm just moving things over a little bit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. It's fine. I don't hate it. I don't know what you mean. I've never hated anything. I promise.
Well, it goes down to a curved belt that's just kind of freeform anyway, so it doesn't actually matter all that much.
Yeah, it's fair.
There we go. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll let you take the camera for a while I run
Sure.
off and rebalance things and maybe throw some Trigons in the hub because I can.
Sure. Hmm. Let's see. So, really just kind of messing around with aesthetics at this point, but just trying to get a feeling for how I want this thing to look.
It's a good thing to be messing around with.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your iron line there.
Loving the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this here needs more modular frames.
Sure. Hmm. Yes, could it be a little cursed to do that? What if we did this? So I want to add a storage container for some buffering. Because that's how I always think of doing things. Is, always buffer your inputs wherever you can, just so that you can absorb, you know, uh, changes in production capacity.
Right.
Actually, I got a better idea.
Okay, that should be sped up a little bit. Belt speeds aren't really a problem, so I won't worry about it.
Good.
throwing some things in while I'm here.
Nice.
And now I can go back and work on diamonds.
Cool. No. No, that is right. Okay. Okay. I like where that's going. Okay, so that's iron, that's water. What else? This is gonna be pure iron.
Alright, here at the other end of Silicon Valley here is a very convenient coal node, which will be very nice for making diamonds with.
So is the process just throw a bunch of coal into, God, what do you, a converter?
Particle accelerator, actually. You just smash it together and make diamonds.
Wow. I mean, I guess, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, let's see. Now, at what elevation do I want to put this thing? Because it's kind of tucked into the bottom here, and I've got some roads running through it, and I probably could do with some cleaning up. And there's stuff in the cave that I want to get rid of at some point. I was kind of thinking of putting some of this super advanced stuff maybe up along the side more, maybe.
Like along the cliff place?
Yeah.
Or that could be cool.
Yeah, let's try that. There's some platforms here that could be good. It'd be nice to get some power poles up here, if nothing else, just for my hover pack. Oh, that's there. Okay, and that's there. Okay, all right. Just doing all the usual hemming and hawing here. What do you mean wire is too long? How dare you? Always the same problem. And those are going up there. Okay. Where's all that even going? Off to the north. I guess it's going off towards you. There's more coal that way too.
What is heading towards me?
Oh, just looking at all the stuff that's around here. There's some coal on the other side too. Maybe I should look around a little more. There's coal on the opposite side of me. Oh, is that the one I was looking at? Note to self, keep better track of your stuff. Oh, okay, there's 2 nodes down here. And that one might be in the cave. That's impure. We'll take it from the pure node. Okay. Yeah, cliff face it is. It's cooler.
Cool. That is a very important design decision, or design framework, I guess, to use. Is this cool?
Okay, but let's be careful to get things on the correct grid. Yeah, that looks good. I'm totally hearing a Mercer sphere around here somewhere. Okay, we got power lines. I can fly properly. This is here. Life is good. Oh, it's a yellow slug. I'll leave it there. It looks cool.
Yeah, we don't really need them right now.
Not too much. Heck, it won't be all that long before we can just make the power shards.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, we got a miner. We'll go on here.
Oh.
Where in the world are you getting your power supplies? Oh, okay. We'll do it this way.
Oh, okay. Going pretty. That's That's the best I can get right now. And then actually to expand this slightly. So let me pull up Satisfactory modeler. That's nuclear. Mall 2 electric boogaloo.
What's all this?
Oh, I'm just pulling up the setup for that. Okay, so I really just need those. Maybe I can actually put this onto the existing. Okay, so let's see, where's the thing? So we got a manufacturer.
Oh, cooling systems, where art thou?
Okay. Yes. Liner. So, nope. That just makes Ficsite itself need something to actually have. Okay. Good that I double checked there.
Double checking is good.
Yeah, I was about to set things up for. I was about to skip a step for Ficsite.
Oh dear.
Trigons. Yeah. Okay.
It's
So.
kind of easy to do when things have only one use. I'm always mixing up, like, ores and ingots for that reason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I get that.
Oh, wait, no, no, no. Even better.
Hmm? What do you do?
Making silly signs.
Always a good time.
I gotta stay on brand here. I love how, like, rain runs down the surface of your viewport helmet.
Oh, it's so great. I kind of get like Metroid Prime vibes from that, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Because I think that was like the first game to really have that as a thing.
Oh, to, like, acknowledge that, yeah, this is actually your helmet that you're looking through, and
Yeah,
if something splashes on it, you should see that.
yeah. I remember it also being used to amazing effect in the Republic Commando games, which were definitely some of my favorite Star Wars things. But, I've also got like a very diehard love of Mandalorians, so, make of that what you will. Okay, so so first things first.
You know, I should probably actually put these things on different levels.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
just...
this is me talking, so like, I wouldn't know a good idea if it bit me in the face.
This guy wouldn't know Majesty if it came up and bit him in the face. That happened once.
So then I
I'll improve on your methods. just put a converter in the basement. No big deal. This needs to be one floor lower. Not that you need to know any of this. I'm just thinking aloud because of
I mean, I do the
streaming.
same. So, hi kettle, I'm pot. Okay. Okay. Cool. So with this, we've got a pretty good setup for these. Good, I like that.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take this wall out and extend the floor. It'll be great.
Famous last words.
Well, the wall was just there to help me line up the floor, really.
Okay, yeah. That. Actually, I think that was. There we go.
Right, power connections. That's this thing, and
Let's do a
this thing.
wall, and then well, in that case, let's give this thing some breathing room.
Okay, there's some time crystals, and let's throw them into a bin. I'll make this a bin. I guess I'll put it here. Okay, time crystals are now going into Hammerspace.
Oh, hell yeah. What do you even build with time crystals?
Faster conveyor belts for one.
Oh!
Let's see, that's making 30 diamonds per minute, so I should... Oh yeah, I could put in a couple more converters here. If I have the parts to, which I do. Now, there is one more thing we might need diamonds for later. However, if we can get a certain alternate way of making dark matter crystals,
Oh?
then that will not be necessary. That will do for now.
That's there.
Let's see, I'm making turbo motors around here somewhere, aren't I? Let's go see why that's not going as fast as I want it to.
Okay. Need to do... change all methods.
Yeah, we need more heat sinks.
Which of course means more aluminum,
Yeah, let's see.
which
You're
is
taking the turbo.
always fun.
Yeah, I may have to scale that up in true earnest. I think so. I think we had an excess of cooling systems for a while, but no longer. And while that's running, I'm going to grab some water and I'm going to pass the camera back to you.
Cool. Yeah, currently just noodling around here. Trying to make things look nice as I build them, you know? So, what I need is a better understanding of how these are going to work.
what we need more ridiculous tubes.
I think that sounds like an awesome idea, actually. So if I did just some weird stuff.
Weird is good. We like weird.
Yeah. But what I want, because I learned from the previous setup there that I really kind of like these conveyor ceiling mounts and just how they look.
They are cool.
Yeah, so what I wanted to do is yeah. Okay, so yeah, I can still walk under them. Awesome. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so let's
Alright, Spitters, look, one of the reasons I'm putting this tube in is so I don't have to threaten you with violence every time I come through here. But if you're gonna start the fight, then fine. Have it your way. We didn't have to do this. Oh, there's a big one, too.
Oh, I'm in danger.
Nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Yeah, I figured.
They didn't even hit me once.
No, neat. Yeah,
So
that's what I
uncivilized.
skill. Okay, so immediate split, basically. There you go.
So now it's just a question of deciding where exactly the tube will let you off. This is a decent spot. We'll make a little landing here.
There, and then these both feed into project tags.
Okay, let's test this out. Very nice.
Yeah? What do you got?
So there is now a nice direct tube connection between kind of where your first fuel plant was, you know, where we've got the big conveyor belt on the beach. It goes from there to the aluminum area.
Ooh.
And there's a branching path so that you can either stop at the fuel area or you can continue on to New Silicon Valley.
Neat. This
It's far too quiet here. What's going on?
just more use of space. Okay, and then a constructor for the actual Trigons themselves, and then Now, I just need to figure out how to make that look good.
Oh, I wonder if it's time to very much overhaul this area.
Hmm.
So,
Like aluminum?
yeah, because the way we did it before, it's convenient in some ways, but I feel like the normal recipe is more stable and easier to do the math for.
Hmm.
Let's see. Aluminum scrap. Fine from alumina.
That's funny because I've
Ingot.
always found the alternates for aluminum to be way easier to like manage and understand.
If I had a better way of dealing with the water, it would be better.
Oh yeah, ain't that always the trick?
And plus, it is just a little annoying to get silica all the way out here. Electrode aluminum scrap.
Well, don't we have some alts?
Oh, we've got plenty of alts for things, and I am using. Let's
Like I
see,
thought there was like instant scrap in our research list. I remember
let me
that being a
see.
lot easier to deal with.
Instant scrap. If I wanna, work
Because
with
there was something
sulfuric
that
acid, yeah, which I could do because I'm already shipping sulfur over here to make the batteries. So that's not a terrible idea. Where's the nearest source of coal? I don't know if that's in a convenient place. It is not.
hmm.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the stuff that's New Silicon Valley. Okay, well the math is mathing a little better now. We got heat sinks over there, we got those over there. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Sure.
It's 600 per minute. Okay.
I should just love doing all this math for aluminum.
Well, and part of it is that I'm not actually really doing math for it. I'm poking things and then adjusting them as they move around. And it is true that because I'm using manifolds to make the aluminum ingots, there's always a fairly large amount of the scrap that's just kind of tied up in the conveyor belts.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely one of those ones where I feel like a balancer is worth the extra effort, you know?
It's just such a high stack. It's a lot of extra space is the thing, but I could
Yeah,
put
that's
more.
always the problem with it.
I could put more splitter space out here. Okay, that. Right, this is a cramped setup. But I think there are better ways to do it. Let me check on some other things while I'm here. Supercomputers. Okay, I have enough of those on me to fill in the hub.
Ooh,
Still waiting on turbo motors, and time crystals will be trivial. Okay, this is a multi-floor setup. Let me see what I can do with this. Especially since I can manage the power connections differently than I was doing before. That'll clean this up a little bit too. Put this here. Also work. Slow
was
belts.
that?
A Mark
Eh?
1 belt only feeds in as much scrap
Oh,
as the machine actually uses.
yeah, okay. Let's see what you're going for there.
think I like that solution. Okay, we can definitely make more all-clad aluminum sheets. Don't think we have... Well... Maybe put a second floor on this setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try turning up the rate of those, see how that goes. This thing. Alright, well, I'll see how that does for a while.
Your upgrades.
Yeah, I didn't actually change much, but I want to see how well this this practice of using the belt speed for regulation. I want to see how well that does.
I dig it. $100.
How's our supply of turbo motors? It's crawling back up again, but hey, I can very easily get back to New Silicon Valley now.
do.
What are you building over there? Looks like some
So
ramps.
yeah, so I've got kind of the basics of this setup already done, right? All of the iron stuff is connected. Um, and so what I need to do now is just get a reanimated Sam plugged in. Um, so I'm taking this opportunity to kind of make the belts nice as I do them.
Good plan.
So I'm basically planning here for uh, kind of one of those like enclosed setups like I did over in Weapons Wharf. So I'm just trying to make something that looks, you know, nice with that.
Wow, we're just tearing through heat sinks or something.
I wonder what's doing that. I
Oh,
mean,
we're just using them up to make cooling systems really fast. And it seems to all happen while I'm not watching.
naturally. Whatever,
I'm just kind of sitting here calmly watching what comes into the drone ports.
We should make like a... I was thinking this earlier. We should make like a cool airport like setup at some point. I think that could be really neat.
That'd be nice.
I'm not sure exactly what that entails, but you know, we can figure that out. Good. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, the trick is cooling systems are being used for more different things than they were when I first set them up. And even though I had the foresight to set up 2 machines for them, that means they both need to be supplied. I think this is the heatsink drone. Now, I think I am making heat sinks a little faster than before. Let's see what this brings in. Okay, that's some, but I think I'm gonna go back and work on that some more. It's still the limiting reagent. Although, let's see. Yeah, I want to address that before I start making newer, fancier things. Very happy with this tube, though.
Yeah.
It's just so convenient.
I gotta build more tubes into my setups. It looks so fun, you know?
It is fun. Let's see. This is busily churning things out. Running look at some of the limits of its manufacturing power. That's fine. More sheets. Okay. So, armed with my new strategy. Adding to this tower. some nice daisy chaining.
We were doing 1,000,000 points per minute there for a moment.
Oh, really? Cool.
Oh, for the awesome thing. Just because
Nice.
I was draining an existing SAM fluctuator setup.
Cool. Now that's gonna need... That's gonna need something else. Oh my. Alright, yeah, that's definitely gonna need something else. Not sure why that's limited, but let's go with that. You're making aluminum solution. You're making scrap. You need to drain the water. Oh, and that's gonna need a whole separate conveyor lift. Okay, that's also... Careful, don't fall.
Always sage advice. Oh, excuse me.
Okay, pipe setup is being a little silly right now, but I can handle that. Needs to happen next is another story of smelters.
Yeah, just do what Vanya does best. Just stack it till it
Well, it's just an aluminum skyscraper. What's wrong with that?
Aren't most skyscrapers? Well, no, I guess they're steel.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, that can just split off. I've got to come up with a better way to get these things onto a multi-floor setup. Especially considering that I'm gonna use the belts to force slower uptake of things. And I don't actually need to worry too much about balancing as a result. Setup here that I was initially using to split things off into the floors, and it's just not necessary in the same way, I don't think. That one merges in. That splits off that way. Go with the corners here. I'm gonna improve this.
If I had $1 for every time I've said that.
Oh, it doesn't need to be a splitter. That needs to be a merger. What are you doing?
That's good.
That goes there. This goes here. Slow boat goes there. Okay, now I can pull this up here and repeat the pattern. This is actually... I think this is pretty neat.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see it then.
It's kind of a zigzag corner elevator.
Whoa. Definitely curious to see how that came out.
Okay, I'll put another row of smelters up here and make better use of what we've got. Lay it out the same way as below. That lines up with that line there. 2, 3, 5. More space. Maybe I can neaten up the outward side too, but one thing at a time.
Boy, howdy do I get that.
Slight lag, slight lag.
Oh.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm gonna get kicked. Oh,
Oh,
no? I'm
no,
gonna kick,
no,
but,
we're okay.
yeah, okay, cool, my tools are...
No,
Oh.
I'm getting a hiccup again.
Yeah, same.
Quick, save the game.
Yes.
Seems a little better.
Yeah, I think I know what was going on. It was, I was applying a material to a lot of items at once, and
Oh.
apparently we didn't have the material for that. So, it was just like, oh hey, what are you doing, pal? Like, so I'm flying them one by one now, and that seems to be okay.
That does make a little more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, what an interesting little spin around I've done there. Okay. That takes 90 per minute. Oh, that's not gonna line up. Maybe it will. Just barely, yes. Okay. Because we can do the same thing out here. That's a merger. Okay, yeah, we're gonna rotate that.
Okay.
Now, what's this thing's problem? Nothing at all. Okay. to connecting. There you go. And now at last, this one.
Oh,
Oh,
I forgot that they added new beams, so I'm gonna pick those up and check them out.
nice.
Structural cable pack. Okay. Sure.
If you sense your productivity slipping when it gets dark, don't worry, this is perfectly natural. Fortunately, Ficsite lights allow you to never experience wasteful darkness ever again.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's
That's actually looking pretty nice. Making new casings. Making sheets. Maybe Oof, just the amount of water that gets generated by this whole setup is ridiculous.
Yep. That's aluminum for you. As we like to say in the biz, that's XCOM, baby.
Those pipes all have the meter feed. This one don't. Did I accidentally do a clean pipeline instead of a regular one? I must have.
I just unlocked clean pipelines.
Oh, weird. Why is it doing that then? I don't understand. It's the only one that's different, and I don't know why.
Have you considered that it just hates you? Like you specifically.
Well, I hadn't previously, but maybe it does.
I mean, honestly, I feel like that's the only explanation I can give for some of how these setups behave.
These two are also different. I don't understand. Oh, let's see, and that's gonna require doing things a little differently. So just turn the wall. You know what? I can move around a few things. Note to self, don't forget to put the valves back. Alright, that's not quite getting a constant supply, but it's okay.
It's a start.
Yeah, meanwhile... Alright, we are making turbo motors again. Takes 1,000 per minute. Slight hiccup there.
Uh-huh. Whoop. Yeah, okay. Looks like it was a similar situation to before.
Alright, well that's looking better, and it'll be even nicer once we have the faster belts.
Are you actually running into situations where those would be useful now?
Yeah, but we're not too far off from being able to have them. assemblers for all-clad aluminum sheets. I will build one.
Ooh.
That will help too. Quite a lot, actually. Although... let's rearrange some things.
Hmm.
What is that connected to?
Hmm.
Okay, you're all working. That's fine.
Okay, I think this place is done.
Nice.
Yeah, seems to be working, like building everything that I wanted from it, and I don't know, I think it looks really good.
Cool.
I could work on this this input line from iron, but I don't know.
You could, but you don't wanna? What's...
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So
fair?
yeah, I guess I don't see a lot of benefit to that right now. Yeah, no, maybe later. I like what we got here.
Later is fine.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to showing this to you. I think you'll enjoy it.
Cool. Well, I'm still kind of puttering around here. If you wanted to, you could head over here if you were so inclined.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about heading that way anyway. So I was gonna go to the hub area and start looking at maybe another project site, essentially.
Other side. overwhelming but a little. I just don't need the third machine over here. Okay, add at least one more of these.
It's said earlier, I just feel like I can do something here with this, like, cool, very lush, very tropical area.
It's always the kind of
Just
one
wanna-
place you want to do something. It's a shame to leave
Yeah.
it alone.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know, because it presents a very interesting challenge of, like, well, how do you make, you know, a useful and productive system without destroying the natural beauty of the place?
Yeah.
Because that's, like, what makes it interesting, you know? Ooh. Hi, fellas. Bye, fellas.
What'd you find?
Oh, just a couple of large spitters. Don't even know what they were guarding, but I just came up over this cliffside, and oh, duh, there they are. I think I'm pretty close to nuclear bombs. Like, slight detour.
Okay, that's getting down to 84.
Got a field generators. Guess I'll check that
83.
out.
Okay, so that will eventually empty out. So I've improved our situation somewhat. Not quite optimally, but better than it was by a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you are way over there. Oh, you're going to the magnetic field generator
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah, I was in the area, so I figured I would stop by and see how it's doing.
Yeah, eventually
It-
I was going to
it
want to
appears-
export those into New Silicon Valley to make AI expansion servers. Because if that's churning out magnetic field generators, then that's a good source of them, which would be good to use.
It's like everything is backed up.
Well, yeah, because we're not sending him to the
Oh,
space
I
elevator
see.
anymore.
I see. Right. Okay, cool. I
But
just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a like, oh God, like something stopped working correctly or I misbalanced things. But
no,
no,
it's fine. We're just not sending them to the space elevator anymore. But pretty soon, I will want them for other things. So, in a little bit, those drones can go elsewhere. Well, maybe not a little bit, but
yeah, no, I get you.
in a while. Well, if nothing else, the conveyor belts sure look a lot better around here, specifically the lifts. Six. There we go. Yeah, I think it definitely needs faster belts to work optimally here, but I'm just going to wait till we have those because it'll be great.
Cool.
Sharkana, hello. I am seeing your messages now. I was busy staring at things here for a while. Let's see. Factory aesthetics break. Well, it's actually kind of been part of that this whole time. But I can certainly spend another 5 minutes on it.
Oh yeah.
Got my zigzaggy belt here, which Sophia still has to see, so she'll be over here in a moment.
Yeah, actually, I'm heading back over there now.
Cool. All right. Well, let's see. Set my 5 minutes here. Okay, so let's put in... I'm going to leave that other wall open for now, just for the contrast. But let's put in... Okay, because I'm actually using the little door in the wall, I'm gonna actually use a solid wall down here. This is looking really similar to how I do things over in New Silicon Valley, so I probably want to mix this up. Maybe I should make it with like steel. Yeah, and it's been so quiet last week and today. I was not used to having people in chat, so welcome back.
Hell yeah.
This. Let's just go anti-gravity for a moment. There we go. Anti-gravity is fun.
Check on nuclear pasta while I'm out here.
Oh, that's a good plan.
Oh,
I sure
man, that
hope you
complex looks
are
cool.
getting a proper supply of cubes for that.
I mean, we had a rather large buffer.
This is true.
So I'm not mega worried. Yeah, everything is still operating at 100%. And like, yeah. In fact. Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're
Freezing.
doing quite well.
Okay, that's good.
Are any other drones?
Our production of the modular frames might be a little bit behind, but we have such a big buffer right now that we have a lot of time
Yeah.
before that would become a problem.
Yeah, I'm really not worried.
Okay, let's make this a little more open, baby. This is all
Let's
a
see if I
very
can-
uniform setup.
Yeah.
Angled frame window, maybe? Oh, not bad.
I think this is the first time I've ever ridden on a drone. This is wild.
Oh, dude!
Woo! Whoop! And then it just, like, dematerialized. Well, at least I've got a ton of momentum now, so...
Yeah, you're just flying straight towards me. My gosh. Isn't that great?
Yeah, actually, it is. Yeah, let's stop by the hub here.
Don't
Your
bother putting the
pioneer
super...
achievement mandates greater
Oh.
care with Ficsite resources.
Oh, dear.
I did not realize how little jetpack fuel I had.
Oh. Well, I was gonna say don't bother throwing in any supercomputers at the moment, because I've already extracted the ones we needed in my inventory, and I'm really just waiting on the turbo motors at this point, which is part of why I was making all those heat sinks. Speaking of which, where did that go? No, that's off and away. I won't worry about it. There we go. That looks sufficiently industrial.
That was great though. I went flying and I basically just hit the entrance to this cave at like 100 miles an hour and just splattered against it.
Oh. Okay, that's 5 minutes for aesthetics, but I can keep working on this. I am still over here at the aluminum zone if you want to see what's going on. Speaking of seeing what's going on, what is our heat sinks per load looking like? Well, it might be better than it was. Where's the drone? Which drone is this?
I'm gonna set up some of the depot expansions here,
Oh, okay.
just so we can store more stuff in Hammerspace.
Dimensional expansion increased to 300%. New understanding of matter manipulation technology allows the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
You are digging into deeper layers. Shallow matter contains window symphonies and void songs and deep echoes.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Not alarming in the slightest.
Nope. I am very smart and trusting, and those are not mutually exclusive things.
Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go. Let's take this out. I'm free to get rid of these. That doesn't need to stick up anymore. This can be a lovely wall. When I built my first factory, I had a pattern of using the regular walls for buildings, but I'd always use the steel wall for, like, basement levels.
Oh, that's cool.
Concrete would look good, too.
God, but I wouldn't give for a good brick setup, you know? Or, like, stone.
That'd be nice.
So you would have, like, the, like, old-timey medieval buildings where it's, like, a stone first floor and then, like, wood above that.
Yeah, the half timbering.
Yeah, when I would build stuff in Vintage Story, I would always try to do that kind of a look because I love it so much.
Yeah, that's a good one. We've got SAM fluctuators automated. Wasn't that what you were just working on, Sophia?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go see that when I get my tour of what she was working on. Meanwhile, I think you're almost over here.
Yep, I'm just passing your motors facility.
Okay. When you get to the petroleum products area, you can catch the tube to come the rest of the way.
Ooh. Yeah. I should figure out a good tube setup that can complement the rail lines here.
Oh, got a bit of a graphics hiccup on your end. There you are.
Oh. I love how I'm just like slide hopping for like, you know, kilometers here.
That's what the tubes are for. Yeah, so if you go to your left and follow the tube that way, then eventually you'll see where the tube empties out onto the beach. You might need to use E to quickly change directions, but if you use that tube, then you can go towards the aluminum.
Cool.
There
we go.
And it's much easier.
God, the FOV change when you're in the hypertube always messes with me. Whoop.
Hello.
Hello. All right, what do we got here?
We have got, all right, so first of all, notice the reorganized and redecorated aluminum smelting tower.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you remember just how chaotic the lift setup was here earlier, but...
I don't remember.
Okay, well, basically, I had previously set it up so that each of the first 3 refineries here, which was all I had, was going into a separate one of these floors, and it was all complicated, and it had gotten kind of unruly. So at this point, what I have is one manifold, which you can see is clogged. It's going to need a faster belt to actually handle the full capacity. And I was thinking, well, I could split one of them off and put it into these upper sections, but then that's just the same chaos all over again, and I'll just wait till we have faster belts. So, so I've got this zigzag lift strategy here, which takes everything into a splitter, which splits off as much as each floor needs. And it really is only as much as each floor needs, because each machine has a slow belt that only takes in as much scrap as that machine processes.
Right, okay, yeah, because you got 60... You got 60 there. That's really clever, actually.
So that is how I'm dealing with the manifold problem, at least within this tower. But there is a pile up of scrap within the refineries, but once we get faster belts, that'll be less of a problem. And then I've also got another zigzag lift coming down the far side.
Yeah.
Which splits things basically evenly between the casings and the all-clad aluminum sheets, but we're making more sheets now, in part because those go into heat sinks, which are all the way over here, which is the same as before, but we're making a few more of them now. So the basic structure of other things has not really changed, but this tower is a lot less chaotic now, and of course it's all steel looking, which is new.
Yeah, and it's got a nice, like, I guess, repeatable setup here.
Yeah, it's a
like
lot
you can,
more
like
repeatable.
you can kind of tile this, yeah.
Yeah, which it really, it was trying to be before, but because I was having to route things in slightly differently on every floor, it was just kind of, it was getting really difficult to expand. And so this basically, well, you have an even floor and an odd floor, and it just goes up.
Yeah.
So those are the major changes over here. And I can always check this big tank to see if this starts to overflow, it means that water is about to be a problem, but it's actually doing okay right now. So I think that's less of an issue than it was. Especially since sometimes it's the scrap that backs up.
Yeah.
Since I'm here, I can just manually toss some in at the top and it'll goose the chain a little bit. But like even this place where the aluminum ingots get split off into their two things that they get made into, that's less chaotic than it was.
Yeah.
And I've got a slight belt speed limit on these machines. It doesn't line up perfectly, but it's like it doesn't need to be a maximum speed belt in the entrance on every single one of these. It can make the manifold a little bit less unbalanced if I slow them down a little bit. Oh, and there's a drone picking up heat sinks. It just picked up some large number. 99 of them. That's not bad. That's better than before. Alright, so now we can take this lovely, ridiculous tube all the way to New Silicon Valley. All you have
know
to
what
do...
I'm realizing?
Yeah?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, all you have to do is make sure that you turn left at the junction.
Yeah. So you know what I'm realizing here? I know why your scrap is piling up.
Well, because the belt's not fast enough to take all of it.
Not quite. You're actually missing a floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have 4 floors here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 floors of aluminum production, but you have 5 refineries. So each of these floors effectively processes 300 per minute, because you have 60 per each and 5, right? Which is exactly the output of a single refinery.
Okay, I think part of it is, well, if you look at the top floor, it's not even getting, like, fully supplied.
Well, what I was part of the reason that I brought that up is you could actually pretty radically simplify this by having basically building a 5th floor and then having each one of these refineries service a separate floor.
That's kind of what I
Right.
was doing before. And
Oh, I see.
then I built the refineries, and then I built the extra 2 refineries. And that's kind of what was leading to now I have to rebuild things every time I add a floor. And it's a little neater now, so maybe it wouldn't require quite so much overhauling as before. I can look at it next time.
Yeah. I just, like, this occurred to me, and I was like, oh, I want to make sure I don't lose the thread on that. But overall, I really like the setup here.
And yeah, it definitely isn't quite reaching the top floor, so that's once we have faster belts, I'll look at what needs to be done to get it to balance in a more finished state, because we're starting to reach the point where it's like, well, this is as good of a belt as we're ever going to have, so we can build stuff with the assumption that that's what we have.
Yeah, you're not getting up to the top floor because Mark V belts just can't go
that's
that fast.
that's what I've been
I
saying.
see. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Man. Aluminum is crazy.
It is, and it's funny because I remember in my first solo factory, I only had 3 refineries wide of an aluminum setup.
Yeah.
But it's because just the scale of things was different.
Yeah.
Like I was. I don't know. It's like things were tighter almost because I
How
was
so?
really only making like as much as I needed for specific things. Like I didn't have the same. There wasn't the same dynamic of, oh, someone else wants a large supply of this thing, so we need to keep making this other thing in large quantities. It was just a different balance.
No, that's fair.
Well, you can head through the pipe whenever you're ready.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking out all your cool stuff here. Alright, so
So as long as you press E to turn left at the junction, you will go into New Silicon Valley.
okay.
You might not have to actually press E, but if you're going the wrong way, that's how to change it.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I have barely ever used hypertubes, so.
Oh yeah, looks like you're going the right way.
Whoop.
Poor forlorn train station.
Yeah.
I guess that one is technically in use.
Yeah, it's just very rarely serviced because, Weapons Wharf doesn't need a ton of oil.
That's ironic.
That was cool. Yeah, I should maybe expand the trains out there to your aluminum processing. Just so that we can add, if I need just a large chunk of aluminum, I can just send a train there,
Hello.
Okay. Hello. Okay, so New Silicon Valley, what do you got here?
So over here, if you look just below me here, there's the coal mine, way down there.
Where? Hmm. Okay, okay, okay.
And then you can
Okay.
follow the coal up here to these very large signs.
Carbon sequestration. Time management. Nice.
And this really is just a very simple setup because we are making diamonds in the particle accelerator and then we are turning them into time crystals in the converters, and that is all.
Wow, you get quite a lot out of that.
And the time crystals are just going straight into Hammerspace right now because for the moment we're not using them for anything else, but that will change.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it. Ooh. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Wanna check out what I've been working on?
Yeah, let's see. Where on the map is that actually?
Let me set a. It shows a dismantled crate there right now, but let me add an actual marker.
Oh, is it that one that's kind of on the southern edge of the pretty area? Or is it?
No,
New,
it's
it's
on the
way at the
northern.
northern edge. Okay.
Yeah.
I seem to remember this now. Okay. North. All right. Oh yeah, there's another.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's another. There's not only another coal node through there. There's another SAM ore node. My
Ooh.
gosh.
Cool.
Maybe I should be making better use of that one. Well, something for later.
Yeah. All right. Heading out that way.
Yeah, if I come over this way, yeah, that's a SAM ore node.
Ooh.
That's kind of ridiculous, actually.
What would you do with a SAM ore node there?
Well, it would just be another possible source of the SAM ore that I'm using for everything, really. Well, not everything, but I mean, we're using it for the
Ficsite.
Yeah. Especially since I'm making time crystals right there. Might get combined with other things. So the only question is, well, you know, if you have SAM ore, you gotta combine it with something else to make the Ficsite, and I probably would have already looked at that and said, oh, it's easier to do it with this other thing, so.
Well, hey, you could do it with aluminum. That's like the best recipe there, right? Right?
It's just we need aluminum to be aluminum.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, there's other bauxite nodes on the
Yeah.
map, so.
Then I'd have to set up aluminum again.
Maybe that's something I'll take up if I ever feel like it.
Yeah, that'd be a good alternate setup. Is it
And I mean,
snowing?
yeah, I just passed through like a big fog bank.
Yeah. And of course, none of these SAM ore nodes are the ones I am familiar with from last time.
Yeah.
I kind of had, like, all my aluminum and all my really advanced stuff just kind of all in one place together.
Yeah, that sounds like something you would do. over here that I forgot to do a little bit of ornamentation that I wanted to do. So this is actually a good thing. Yeah, I forgot to add to the water extractor. Put the LED lights on it. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at from a distance that looks great. Oh yeah, I'm really glad with how that came out. Ooh. Okay. I'll take that.
Me running through shadowy areas at night, I'm sure that's not a problem.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Nothing bad can happen because of this.
Nothing bad whatsoever. Ooh, I see a big skyscraper built onto the side of a cliff.
Yep.
Okay, so starting up here. You got Sam, you got Sommerslooped reanimated Sam. Nice.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't want to deal with this space and everything else, so whatever.
And that comes down this way. A
You'll
nice
also
walkway
note
there.
that I added a set of like mostly, like I tried to hide a chain of power things in the walls, so that as you traverse the conveyor line here, you always have power for your hover pack.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's just little quality of life stuff, you know?
I always love when a belt is actually having everything used at the far end so that you can actually see consistent gaps between stuff as it rolls along. It's really nice.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. We got SAM fluctuators here. They're going into the bin.
And then Ficsite ingots. It made it to Trigons. So yeah, the basic setup is, we have these refineries are just making pure iron, and then it's honestly like way simpler than I had originally planned out.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm glad for that. Yeah, it turns out that I didn't need. I had miscalculated how many machines I needed, and so I was able to kind of get away with, this more compact setup here. And then if we go down into the maintenance floor here, you can kind of see how I've kind of tried to do similarly to how I did for nuclear pasta, of like, okay, let's treat this like a circuit board, not have any of the conveyor belts like cross each other.
I need to find the door.
Oh, it's down here.
There we go. Cool. I like the color-coded belts.
Thank you. Yeah, just my thing is that I always want it to be easy to tell at a glance what is going on.
Yeah. It's a funny thing because as the belts get thicker, as you level them up, they benefit from color coding more. Because it's like,
Yeah, they
here's this
really
big
do.
orange stripe across everything. Let's make it look better. And I often will not bother to color code belts just because, well, that would be a lot of painting, but also because I can usually just see what's on the belt. But it gets a little harder to see what's on the belt sometimes as the belt gets thicker.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
kind of thinking that the very last tier is going to be all translucent, and then it'll maybe solve that problem.
I didn't.
see.
I've never used it, so looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
they didn't add it till 1.0, so it may have been specifically to address the fact that if you overclock a mine all the way, it produces ore faster than a Mark V belt can possibly pull it off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's like, well,
Oh wow.
the only way to get around that is
Yeah.
to have the faster belt.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so this is kind of what I've been working on, and then this is the ornamentation that I was talking about for the water extractors, just having it light up.
Nice.
And I'm kind of trying to decide whether or not I want to, keep it just as it is here, or actually stretch it all the way around. I'm not 100% on that. I gotta think about it a little bit more. But yeah, other than that, this is done.
Like, do you feel like going all the way around would be too much? Because
So
as it is, I'm kind of thinking, well, why does it stop where it stops?
that's kind of where I'm at, honestly.
Maybe if there was like some other border-like ornamentation that kind of made it clear that, like, this is the front of the thing. There's a reason for it to
Yeah.
be the front of the thing and to have a light on it.
Yeah. So when I designed this back in my creative mode save, like I had it just going all the way around. And I think ultimately that I like that the best.
It looks more complete that way if there's nothing else to
Yeah.
break up the circle.
Yeah, I think so.
Sharkana says you've done a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I just put a lot of thought into this stuff. Like, ask Vanya. She has gotten messages from me at like 3 a.m. being like, hey, so like, I went into my creative mode save and I just like noodled around with this thing and oh, whoops, here's like, a massive factory design that I probably won't ever use like the full mega print of, but like I can take bits and pieces of, what I learned from designing it and use them elsewhere. That's actually where this print came, or this, primitive here came from, was I just wanted something that made water extractors look halfway decent, because I kind of don't like how they look, just sitting out in the water. Like, there's just something about that seems very raw to me. So I was like, oh, okay, how can I do this a little bit better? Hey, it turns out that the curve builder tool has like exactly what I needed. So yeah.
Sharkana says it's really nice to find someone who thinks aesthetics is important.
It's I think it's a thing that I don't think the game trains you to think about. Because the game is sort of like, oh, just build build whatever, right? And because you have anti-gravity and all this other stuff, it's like, fine, if you want to have a flat plane 100 meters above the surface of the planet, you can do that. But I don't know, I've always been inspired by people who go the extra mile and like try to integrate their factories into the land. And I like that. It's A, it looks a lot better, and B, I find it to be a more engaging kind of challenge to do that.
I've always enjoyed integrating things with land rather than just kind of making a flat surface. I mean, I know I've
Yeah.
said this before, but like with surviving Mars too, like at some point they added to the game the ability to do landscaping. You know, you could flatten areas, you could remove rocks, you
Oh,
could cut ramps and stuff, and and for the most part, I try not to do that. Really, the only thing I'll do is if there are like levels of the map that you absolutely cannot reach except by building a tunnel or by making a ramp. The ramp is a lot cheaper.
yeah. Yeah.
And safer because you don't have to keep it powered like a tunnel. You can't have a
Oh.
meteor fall on your rover on the far side and now you can't get to it and repair it because it's
Oh
in a
no.
valley. Oh yeah,
Oh no.
surviving Mars has tons of stuff like this, and some of the stuff that they've added over the years has made the game more forgiving in some places, but it's very much got cold equations in it.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's
That's cool. I'll have to check that out.
it's one of my favorites. It's definitely the game I've encountered that has the strongest effect of, oh, I'm just gonna maybe play for an hour or two. Why am I so hungry and
More
thirsty?
heavily.
Why are my
Yeah.
feet numb?
Yeah, I have the same problem with Underrail lately.
I keep,
So I feel you on that.
yeah. All right. Well, I think next time I'm gonna have to swing by the hub and just throw all this stuff into the hub. I'll
Yeah.
stay out here for now in case I want to take more pictures. But
Yeah.
pretty soon we'll be able to finish up this milestone, and we should go for better belts next because we clearly have one case where they are needed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then it's just moving on forward. There's stuff we can use the time crystals for once I'm done futzing around with all that aluminum.
Yeah. I think I have kind of like two projects that I'm thinking of. One is kind of trying to take the stuff over by the hub and just build that up. You kind of just do some janitorial work out there and try to make something that looks a little bit nicer. And then I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more scouting and design work on the nuclear energy stuff.
Yeah,
Um, is like
that'll be a
is
big
like
project.
I have a target. I know, uh, I have like everything laid out in Satisfactory modeler.
Mm.
Um, so I know how many machines and all that, but yeah, it's a good time.
Cool. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and save. I think we're both standing in a safe
Yep.
spot. Sharkana loves Palia for similar reasons.
Oh yeah, Palia is a great. It's I wish that it had more advanced build tools. Uh like when I'm playing that I almost want it to be a little bit more like Valheim or whatever. But God, it's so just like cute and cozy, and I appreciate that a lot. So yeah, 100% with you on that.
Cool. Well,
Hell yeah.
I guess that's it for tonight, and so we've got our work cut out for us next time.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining
Yeah,
us,
thank you for having me.
Sharkana.
Hell yeah. And I will see you in a week.
Yeah. Sharkana says if is asking for an option for plushes. Do you mean the plushies that I've got in my photos here, or was it something related to one of the games?
Oh.
Palia. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right. Well,
All
thank you for
right.
joining
Well,
us. Thank you for joining
of
me.
course.
Yeah. And I will
All
find
right.
someone to raid.
Cool. See you later.
See you later. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. People have got very creative stream titles today. What are we doing? What are people up to? All right, Coolitudes is speedrunning Played Up, so I'll take us over there. Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next Tuesday for more Satisfactory, and Thursday evening for Slipstream Rogue Space, and Sunday for. I'm not sure yet whether it's going to be more Coral Island or 2 Point Museum, because 2 Point Museum is doing 10-year anniversary stuff. It's the 10-year anniversary of 2 Point Studios, so they're doing stuff. So we want to make sure we get it on that fun while it's going on. But of course, Coral Island 3.1 just dropped, so we've only got one stream under our belts with it. So we may do some switching off during the rest of the anniversary month here. But anyway, those are plans, and I'm gonna go raid us over to Kulu, and we will see you later.